Welcome. I'd like to talk to you about simplifying radicals containing variables again. This time I want to look at odd pairs. For example, let's look at the square root of x cubed. The exponent here is an odd number. We looked at just a minute ago when it was a few minutes ago when it's even. Well, if it's an odd pair, then if we break off one, what's left will be even. So we can rewrite x cubed as x squared times x to the first, and the exponent of 1 is optional to write down. And so we can take x cubed and break it into an odd pair and an even one, x to an even pair. Then we can use the product rule for radicals. We have the square root of x squared times the square root of x. Square root of x squared is x, and we have the square root of x left over. Let's look at another example. Let's say we have square root of x to the fifth pair. If we break this into an even pair, x to the fourth times x, and we can use the product rule. Write that as square root of x to the fourth times square root of x. Square root of x to the fourth is x squared. We have square root of x left over. You may be noticing a pattern forming here. Let's try one more example and see if we can see the pattern. Say we have square root of x to the seventh. If we break one off, we'd have x to the sixth. Then we have that times x to the first. Square root of x to the sixth. Use the product rule times square root of x. Square root of x to the sixth is x cubed times square root of x. Okay, can you see a pattern forming in here? On square roots, the index is understood to be 2. 2 will go into 7 3 times with 1 left over. 2 will go into 5 2 times with 1 left over. Okay, when you're doing square roots and you got a variable, a square root of a variable to an odd pair, you're always going to have 1 left over. So let's say we have the square root of x to the 25th pair. Well, the index is understood to be 2. 2 will go into 25, 12 times with 1 left over. It's optional to write down to 1. You can have more than one variable. You could have like x to the 9th pair times y to the 15th pair. Okay, the index is understood to be 2, so 2 would go into 9 4 times. You'd have 1 left over. And we look at the y to the 15th pair here. 2 will go into 15, 7 times with 1 left over. It's optional to write down to 1. Hope this helps.